guys, it's Nina from VRFocus, and it's a Tuesday, so as you know, I do a review of a VR game or a VR experience, and this Tuesday I'm going to be talking about Project Cars 2. So I tried Project Cars 2 in London, and I am a huge racing fan. If you already tried the first one, you will know that this is a car simulation game, and it's supposed to be as realistic as possible. Now, I tried it in a space where there is a chair, or kind of a chair where it feels like, you're actually in a car. So you've got the wheels, you've got the gear stick, you've got the pedals, you got to change gears, you got to brake and everything else. However, if you are at home, you can also try a cheaper version. So if you are into car racing, this is probably a game for you. So what's really interesting about Project Cars 2 is that it's mixing esports and VR. So they've added a lot of interesting things. They've added more tracks, they've added more cars, and they've also added a weather simulation system. So if you've always wanted to learn how to race in rain or snow or under different types of weather conditions, and you aren't really allowed to because it's dangerous, you are now able to do that in VR. So they've tried it out with a lot of real racers, and they find that real racers find it so immersive and so real that when they crash, they go into a brace position. I used to be obsessed with Forza, and as a kid I played lots of rally racing games on the PlayStation, and this was really cool. It was a little bit bumpy, and because probably I'm not used to racing in cars all the time, I felt a little bit ill afterwards. But if you want to really feel like you're racing and you look around and you can move your position back and forth, it really feels like you are in a car, and it really does feel realistic. This is apparently one of the most realistic racing games out there. So if you want to try out different races, if you want to try out different cars, if you want to know what it feels like if you were to train yourself in Project Cars 2 properly, that you could kind of translate those skills into real life in the same way that if you were to play a first-person shooter, that you can also use those skills and they're transferable into real life. Your reaction time would be very similar. So if you're really interested in racing, if you're very interested in trying out different simulations, if you're into VR, if you're into esports and you like tournaments, then this is a really good game for you. The game is available for the Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive. You have to buy some add-ons to make it sort of really feel like you've got like a wheel and pedals underneath your shoes. But if you're into racing and if you're really into simulations, then this is probably an awesome game for you. It's like they're training for the next Star Wars racers out there. Like, this could be the next big thing. Maybe one day these racers will go into spaceships and they'll travel across space, and it all started here. I don't know, just think about it. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video, and if you have another VR experience or another VR game that you'd like me to try out, please add a link to the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you next week.